Been climbing all morning, not in the desert anymore. And I just met a guy named Outlaw. So, I don't know, maybe with some luck I'll have Outlaw and the other two guys to hike with versus the trail across the basin. Well, I probably won't have Outlaw as somebody to hike the basin with. He'll pass me in 5 minutes and that'll be the last time I ever see him. He's gonna take 2 days though in Atlantic City. So maybe I'll be able to have a burger and some company. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm back on trail, and that's Outlaw ahead of me. And way up there, there's somebody up there. I don't know who it is. I think they just spotted us. Anyway, this junction here is the start of the, returning to the trail after my 0 day in Atlantic City. I wonder if that's the last tree and the last shade for 4 days. Well, say goodbye to the winds. That's the winds that I came down from. And now I am headed out into nothingness. horse, a wild horse. It's white. Most of the day I passed posts marking the Oregon Trail, California Trail, and the Seminole Cutoff. I guess the CDT follows all three trails. I looked at these posts and thought of the people who followed these trails before me. I was out in the middle of nowhere and I would never be here again, just like the people who were here before. They're all dead. I'll someday be dead too and won't even remember being here. It made distance hiking seem like an effort to hold on to something you can't keep. To be honest, I felt scared to be out here. The forecast called for 30 and 40-mile-an-hour winds and rain, and there's no shelter, no trees, no place to get out of the weather. So I was afraid that I would get caught in a storm and not have any shelter. I think I might die! So I'm about 6.5 miles from a road that I guess you can hitchhike to Jeffrey City. I don't know how far it is to walk on the road, but I think my trip is over. I'm gonna get to the road and either walk all the way or I don't know, it's Labor Day. Maybe there's somebody there. Maybe somebody will drive by. But this sucks. This really sucks. I don't want to be out here anymore. I want to go home. So I ended up tearing my rain poncho and my makeshift rain skirt on one of those fence gates where you lift the wire loop off and then have to struggle with all your might to close again. So I was getting pretty wet and I was pretty miserable. I hiked all day for 30 miles in the storm with Outlaw 40 minutes in front of me. I hiked as fast as I could, didn't drink any water for 30 miles, didn't sit down to eat. I caught up to Outlaw around 5 p.m., setting his tent up in a deluge. He told me to climb inside and wait out the storm. I was completely soaked. All day I was thinking I should bail, and this was my chance. We were on the side of a road leading to Jeffrey City. I heard traffic going by, so I stuck my thumb out the air vent in his tent vestibule, and miraculously someone stopped. The driver took me to god-awful Jeffrey City, where I got offered a ride to Denver by some drunks at the bar, which I turned down in favor of staying the night at the Green Mountain Motel. The drunk motel proprietor made me pay in cash and, quote, helpfully suggested I take a nice warm shower. Pretty sure there must be cameras in the shower. I decided not to until morning. Fortunately, I could stand on the clean part of the tub without touching the part they apparently never clean. Come to think of it, that's probably how he gets you into camera view. At 6 a.m., I heard the guys in the room next door to me open the door, so I ran out and asked for a ride. They were elk hunters, so no ride. So I started hitchhiking in early dawn, and an hour and a half later, I got a ride to Rollins to the Greyhound bus stop. I was glad to not be hiking in all those storm clouds I could see hovering over the mountains in the Basin. From the truck stop where he dropped me off, I bought a Greyhound ticket to Denver, and then I bought a plane ticket, and then I went home from Denver after staying in an artsy hostel in downtown Denver. I couldn't believe it, but on the flight home from Denver over the Rockies, there wasn't a single cloud in the sky. I could have kept going if I had any fortitude at all, but alas, I didn't, and I'm actually happy I went home.